I'm here with the host of the Ross Hodge Show. I'm just kidding. He's the head coach of our Mountaineers. First of all, man, thank you for what you've done for our program.
Yeah, super grateful and incredibly thankful to be the leader of this program that means so much to so many people around the state.
Well, and you came from the one of the biggest states in the world to here. What's that contrast like from Texas to here for you?
Yeah, I tell everybody there's a lot of similarities between the people of Texas and the people of West Virginia. Just blue collar, hard work, and obviously some different industries. Texas is cattle and ranching, but the soul and the heart and the genuineness of the people there and here is very similar, and a reason why I love both places.
We had a lot of attrition in your position over the past decade. First of all, you're not going anywhere, are you?
No.
Secondly, uh, what do you think so far about WVU and what about Mountaineer Nation? How they've embraced you with open arms?
Yeah, they have. I mean, really, from the moment that I've gotten here, just the love and the support, really through the good times and some of the tough times. Man, I've gotten some really heartfelt messages from fans and people, even after we've suffered devastating losses, and that means a lot. Anytime people are really with you through the good and the bad, it makes the good days better, and it makes the bad days not as bad.
Now you're coming off that incredible tournament win out in Vegas. What was that exposure like? I mean, like honor that kid when he got that MVP award. It was like he got the keys to I don't know a rocket ship. It was amazing. Was that a good experience?
It was it was
Exciting.
Fox and the people that put on the crown. They did such a good job of making you feel like you were a part of something, big. And although it's not our ultimate goal, I mean, our ultimate goal is you want to win the national championship. But yeah, the whole event was first class. Our guys had such a fun time out there, and then anytime you get a chance to put West Virginia on the map and top of the mind awareness with some of those games where you literally were the only basketball game going on. And if anybody wanted to watch a college basketball game, they were going to watch West Virginia. And I thought our guys represented us so well on and off the floor, and winning's always fun.
It is fun. Hey, talking about that team, it's not going to be the same team next year. You had to pretty much just get down to the nuts and bolts and start over. That recruiting class, a lot of lauded recruits from the portal and recruits coming in. What do you think so far about these group of young men you got coming?
Yeah, our staff has done such an incredible job of identifying not only the right players but the right people. And we talk a lot about that in recruiting. That when you come and play for WVU, you're not only playing for a university, you're playing for an entire state. And we're open with that in our recruiting pitch. And I think there's a misnomer this time period that everything is transactional, and that's part of it. But the guys that we've signed and we have committed their hearts in West Virginia, and they're excited about being a Mountaineer, and they can't wait to get here, and I can't wait to get them here and get to work.
Hey, before I let you go, and before we get to eat this great dinner and have some fun, just what's your outlook? What's your kind of like 2 year plan? Because this year it's gonna be tough. But what's your kind of 2 to 3 year plan for the Mountaineers?
Yeah, my plans always going to kind of be the same. I have lofty expectations that we may not always meet, but I want to win a national championship here. I want to win the Big 12. I want to have a team that is competitive every night, and every time we step on the floor, you feel like we have a chance to win. It doesn't mean you're always going to win, but the mindset is and the belief is that we can win, and that's ultimately always going to be my plan. And like I said, just super thankful and super grateful to be in the position that I am.
Hey, before I say goodbye, I just want you to know the tenure of previous coaches that we all loved, Gail Catlett, one of my biggest heroes ever, and Bobby Huggins, stay here as long as him. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, we love it, and that's part of. There's going to be roster turnover in this area in this era, but I think if you can be a stabilizing force in the position that I'm in, where people at least know, like, hey, we know who our coach is going to be. That's the goal, and I want to be here, and super thankful.
Go Mountaineers.
Thank you.